Welcome back. We move on to the next segment today, where we are joined in the studio by our prominent guest, Dr. Yassin Lashin, a public opinion professor in Cairo University, founder and head of the 30th of June party. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon to you
Uh,
and to Egypt on the
yes.
25th of January.
Yes.
Yes,
Congratulations to the Egyptians on their
thanks.
successful
Yes.
revolution and the police day as well. Today, this segment is about the 25th of January revolution, rather, and the women's role within the revolution itself, how they what the role is basically in shaping and forming the history of Egypt. Um, Obviously, the 20th of January is not just marking the revolution of 2011, but it also marks the police day. And police day is not just exclusively for policemen, but also involved people persevering and resisting against the British occupation.
Yeah,
Did
that is the main reason the 25th of January was
Yes,
selected as the police day.
yes.
Mm. But by this time, there were no women in the police.
Yes, that's definitely true. But there
Mm.
was the civilian resistance that led
Yes.
to the police
Mm.
joining in forces with the civilians. What was the women's role in, firstly, trying to resist the occupation, and then again in 2011 when they came to revolt against the regime?
Well, the role of women in the history of Egypt started deeply in the history of the world.
Yes.
You know, we had Hatshepsut, the queen of Egypt, and she developed this country. And then Nefertiti, and then Cleopatra. And we have a lot of women who led the movements of women
Yes.
all over the world, but by the size of the country and the wealth of the country, their size was limited. But if we give them a word of truth, if we give them their rights, they will be honored as the first leaders and the strongest women in the world. And to link this with the 25th of January day,
Yes.
I attended the 25th of January revolution after the 27th. I started with the 27th till the end of the 18 days of the revolution.
Yes.
And I was amazed of the number of women who participated and participated in the regulation of the people who were coming in and out of Tahrir Square.
Yes.
And the number of the women who were willing to talk and express their opinions and raise their voice against what was prevailing in the country. Because a woman is a mother,
Yes.
is a wife, is a sister. She is everything. And those young people or old people
Yes.
who were in El Tahrir during the 25th of January revolution or the 30th of June revolution, which I attend both,
Yes.
are mothers and are sons and are as husbands of these women. So this woman came to support the men
Yes.
to express their. I saw women bringing their kids,
Yes.
little children coming with them, as if they were in a parade, as if they were not revolting, but they are starting or hoping to start a new era in the history of Egypt. A new era with all the good which were inside the minds of these women and men in the squares of Cairo and the squares of all cities all over the country.
Yes.
But what I see now is something different from all the dreams did not come true. You can, everybody, even the blinds, can see that our dreams did not come true because of us.
Yes.
Because of us, nobody.
Well, let's just take a look at a quick report on the president's speech about the revolution itself and the aspirations and dreams of the Egyptian people. Marking the 6th anniversary of the 25th of January revolution, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi said that the January revolution will always be seen as a turning point in Egyptian history, which Egyptians expressed their will for change and aspiration for building a new future for the country. The president also expressed confidence that history will remember this generation for enduring all difficulties to persevere and protect the nation. The president said that Egypt is on the right track and on the right path to build institutional structures for the Strait. Sisi said that Egypt will continue its battle against terrorism and corruption and completing the economic reform program. Addressing the youth, the president said that the youth has energy, has the power to change democracy. Sisi assured that struggle and efforts during the last 6 years won't go in vain, adding that Egypt is building a new homeland where everyone is taking part in the construction, while the power of change of the youth was the motivating factor for the homeland and the path for progress, development, and democracy. Sisi noted that the Egyptians are leading a major battle for the development and reform in the economy and politics. The president said that the sacrifices of the martyrs will always be a source of inspiration and pride for Egyptians. Marking the occasion, the president also issued a presidential decree pardoning a number of prisoners. Welcome back. We're still talking about women's role in developing the history of Egypt. Sir, in 2012, we had a parliament, and today we have a parliament. There's a stark difference in women's representation in both parliaments.
Yes.
What kind of differences do you see between them both?
The number of the women and the quality of the women in the two parliaments. The number of the women in the 2012, that's the parliament which were uh, uh, founded and produced by the Muslim Brothers or President Mohammed Morsi and the people around him, or the people around him and him at the same time. It contained a specific quality of women which do not represent the Egyptian woman really. Did not represent the Egyptian woman. A limited number of women who were following action.
Yes.
The 2015 Parliament, I think the rules which were putting a specific percentage to the women in the Parliament
Yes.
came up with the highest number of women in the Parliament.
Yes.
But also there is difference between the women who are in the streets, who
And
are
women in
at
Parliament.
homes, and the women who are in the Parliament. Some of them is doing very well. The majority is not, really.
But do you think there's enough being done, for instance,
there is
for women's
nothing
rights?
which has been done. I would like to know what the Parliament did, what the government did for the people. Don't talk to me about big projects and national projects and all this. What you have done to promote,
Yes.
to raise the standards of living in this poor, destroyed country, stolen country. Those poor people, you have to talk to me what you did for them.
Yes.
Look, try to find even one thing and let me know if you have the
Other
if
than
you found.
economic gains, we're talking here more about social and political gains. Do you think that women have gained more in recent years when it comes to rights? Not necessarily within the last 2 years, but since the 2011 revolution, do you think that women have gained more voice and more power within Egyptian society?
Well, the power and the ability to talk
Yes.
and to defend your ideas and to present your ideas
Yes.
depends upon your economic situation. If you have enough to live and you don't try hardly just to feed your kids with anything,
Yes.
there will be nothing left for your brain to work and express points of view.
Yes.
That reminds me of the old saying, let them starve, they will not make troubles for you. No, we are not going to let our people for starvation. This is not required. This is Egypt and the Egyptian people who did a lot for humanity and who are ready to do a lot for humanity. But just to give them something of their rights
Yes.
to live a honorable, a good, to some degree, life. But to have these people who are, expressing points of view just to stay in their places and to be, not refused by the people in power or something like that, which this will never, never, never lead us to the way we would like: aish, bread, freedom,
Yes.
and honorability,
Yes.
which are the
Cause of the
three
revolution.
true bases of the 25th of January revolution. And let me tell you, because I attended this revolution from the beginning till the end, I was supposed to read the first declaration of the revolution here. And Tariq al-Mahdi,
Yes.
General Tariq al-Mahdi, who was leading this building, prepared 3 or 4 TV station for me to read it. But something happened and stopped it, okay, in the 25th. So I know a lot about
Yes.
what happened. It first started with a movement. Some people would like to attract the attention of the government of Hosni Mubarak and the
Yes.
people in power to tell them, we are not able to live under such conditions. But the people find it as a revolution, so
Yeah.
they came out and it became a real, a real, a
Revolution.
real revolution.
Unfortunately, sir, we're running out of time, so I'm very, very sorry, but I have to cut you off there. So, Dr. Yassin Lashin,
But
public
let me
opinion.
tell you that the role of woman,
Yes.
it didn't happen in any country, because I traveled to many countries that the women participated in the revolution like the Egyptian women did in both revolutions,
Yes.
the 25th and the 30th
Certainly.
of June revolution.
So, thank you so much, Dr. Yassin Lashin, public opinion professor in Cairo University and the founder and head of the 30th of June party. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank you
this
so much.
afternoon.
Thank you for, and كل سنة وأنتم طيبين، والأعوام الجاية
Yeah.
will be better إن شاء الله. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This brings us to the end of this episode of Cairo Local Time, but stay tuned for more on Nile TV.